Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen and this is, my channel where I am a third year Doctor of Physical Therapy student and a 26-year-old just trying to figure out this thing called life. So for today, what I really kind of want to talk about is getting ready for this new year. We're in a whole new year, we're in 2024, and everybody is making their goals, their resolutions, me too. And so I wanted to make a video kind of just saying and talking about the things that I am just trying to do within this new year. This is not gonna be a video where I'm here to give you tips, tricks, or anything like that on how to make this the best year yet, because honestly, I don't have that for you. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to tell you like in 2023, I did this, that, and the third, and it was amazing. I watched those people. I can tell you right now, I don't have those tips for you, okay? Because 2023, I did not achieve the things that I wanted to achieve. But this year, I feel it in my bones, I feel it in my spirit that this year is going to be a bomb year, that this year I'm going to do everything. And so that's what today's video is about the things that I plan to do to ensure that this year is that year. So that's what we're gonna get into. So for me, I am a spiritual person. I am a believer. And so through my devotionals and just through just life within this past week, I have just seen a lot of patterns that have kind of led me to my phrase for the year. At my church, the word for the year is ridiculous. That God's going to allow us to have a ridiculous year. And I'm sticking with that. But the phrase for me personally that I think is going to get me through this year is consistent execution. Consistent execution is, for me, my phrase, which to me, consistent execution means discipline. People who are disciplined are consistent with executing their plan to reach their goals. And so yes, I could just simply say the word disciplined, but for me, I need to be specific in what it is that I do. In past vision boards, I've always put the word consistent or disciplined, and let me tell you what I am not: consistent or disciplined. So, but this year I will be. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to consistently execute the plan in order to reach my goals. So how do I plan to do that? And I'm just using my handy dandy iPad here to help keep me on track, y'all, because I can get a little rambly. But so the way that I plan to do that is I plan to implement new systems within my life. I've seen some of those YouTube videos where they say, create systems, not goals. For me, I think it's a matter of doing both. I have the goal that I want to achieve and then create the system in order to achieve it. So I am a planner girl, an organization girl, that I really like those things. And so I am trying out a new system, and we're gonna see how it goes, okay? Because we just started it. 2024 started last week. We're a weekend, and so I'm gonna try this new system, but of course I'm going to make adjustments as need be. So what I plan to do is I plan to do kind of like a hybrid type of system. So digital planning plus your typical pen paper. So I have the top 3 notebook, and I will insert a little clip, showing what the top 3 notebook is. It's a notebook by, if any of you have followed Aaron on Demand. So it's a planner. I believe it has 3 quarters. She she has it in quarters. So so there's, you know, you have your weeklies and then your daily spreads. So I plan to use that. And then I have a monthly calendar, just because I wanted something bigger to showcase the month. So I have that, and that will probably be more for me like a YouTube, maybe getting ready for boards. Like I said, I'm getting my doctorate in physical therapy, and I'm a third-year DPT student, so I'm in my very last semester. So those of you who have been watching my journey, yes, I'm in my last semester. We're about to be out of here, guys, which is very exciting. But yeah, it's been a year since the last video, but here we are, we're back, and we're trying to do better. And so doing that plus Notion, which I have tried Notion in the past, and I didn't really use it, but now I've really been getting in my Notion bag these last couple days. So I'm gonna try to use both of those, continue to follow along for the journey to see, you know, if I enjoy using it, what tweaks I make to really perfect it, to ensure that I am staying on top of my tasks. But yeah, that's what I plan to use, my pen and paper planners plus digital planning, because with Notion I can have it everywhere on the go, because I have it synced up with my phone and my iPad and my laptop, so I can put everything in my laptop and then I'll have it on my phone and my iPad. So that's the first thing for how I plan to consistently execute. You need to have your planning systems. You know, I love to plan, but sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the planning and have the plan in place and then not execute, which is why I didn't say consistently plan. I said consistently execute, because I'm a planner girl, like I said, but the execution part is where things get a little dicey, you know? So that's why, you know, my phrase again is consistently execute. So the next thing to consistently execute, I made a vision board, and I'll insert a clip of what my vision board looks like. I don't really mind sharing it. But for me, I know there are some people that don't want to, you know, everybody has their thing that they want to do. I still enjoy creating vision boards, but this year I really wanted it to have the feel of what I want this year to feel like, and then some big goals. Like I said, I'll be taking my boards, and I plan to take my boards in April. So just, you know, plastering that past circle, that blue past circle, which shows that I passed, obviously. You know, just continuously seeing that and speaking that over myself, that I will do it. I also like to put in pictures of myself. That way I can see myself in the vision. You know, I see myself a part of the vision. And I also put in pictures of times that I was genuinely happy. So those are happy moments for me, surrounded by pictures that give the feel of the joy that I see coming within this year. So that's kind of how I plan to use my vision board. It is my desktop screensaver, and I also want to make one for my iPad to have those. That was just always constantly kind of in my face without me always being conscious of it being in my face. And then of course I have my main goals. I will share, I think I have, yeah, the three big goals for me is to work out. So in full transparency, being in PT school, being in grad school, being in any professional type of schooling is very, it's very stressful. It's also a very sedentary lifestyle. You're sitting down, you're studying for hours, and I'm a snacker, so I would sit down for however hours I needed to study and snack and do all of that. And then during whatever free time I may have, I wanted to lay down. I wasn't trying to go to nobody's gym. I wasn't trying to work out. I was trying to rest. that's what I was trying to do, because I didn't necessarily always see working out as something to help with mental health or anything like that. I just want to rest, okay? So I gained I gained 40 pounds. Oh my gosh, I gained 40 pounds while being in PT school. And what I realized last year is that I really don't have that many pictures or videos of myself, and it really was because of this weight gain, you know, seeing myself in pictures or even being on camera, which is kind of why I was off of YouTube for a year, because I just wasn't a fan of how I look, because this is the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I've never been this size, I've never been this out of shape. And now that I am older, like obviously I'm not old, but older, I'm 26, and it's something about, you know, once you get 25, losing weight is just a lot harder than it was when you were 18. So I just, for me, it's really personal about working out, getting healthy. I'm going to be a physical therapist, which means I'm a movement specialist, you know? I gotta practice what I preach. So I am really, really serious about moving my body, and just wanting to feel healthy, wanting to feel happy, because at the end of the day, weight is something that you have control over. It is something that you can change if you're not happy with how you look physically. But of course, as I go through this weight loss journey, which is something that I do want to showcase on my channel, it's also about loving myself throughout the entire process as well. So as I go through the process of trying to lose weight, being in the gym, but also doing home workouts, I'm going to do a mixture of that. Right now I'm in clinical, so my schedule now really does permit me to have time to really go to the gym, either go to the gym or do a home workout, and to also still have time to study. I don't know, I still have one more clinical after this. I don't know what that will be, but I know I'll be in the hospital. So I'll have to see. Well, I'll have to cross over when I get there. But right now I have mornings that I can work out, and I also have afternoons that I can go to the gym as well. So that's what I plan to do, and like really be more specific with my workouts, knowing what I'm gonna do, you know, knowing what the plan is. And you know, for me, going to the gym after clinic is, now I'm just like, okay, I have a gym bag in my car, so that right after I get off of clinic, I can head straight to the gym to work out, because I know me. I know if I get home, I lay down, I sit down, going to the gym, working out, it's not happening. So I have to take my behind straight to the gym after. And so I'm proud of myself that I started to implement that last week. And my goal is to do 4 to 5 times a week at the gym, because I am somebody that I need to be back to back to back days. Just because that's how I can stay with it. If I give myself a break in between, then I might be 2 days of a break, and boom, boom, boom. You know, I know my habits, I know myself. So trying to do something that would cause the least resistance for me to do it, and just knowing that in me doing this, I'm building that discipline, I'm building myself, I'm becoming stronger, and that's all that's into that. The next thing for me is to really implement self-care. So doing journaling, I do like to journal, doing things that bring me joy, especially during this time. Again, to bring it up, I will be studying for boards, and I'm also doing full-time clinical. So I definitely need to make sure I include some me time where I can love on myself, where I can really just do something that just makes me happy, that gets me out of the hustle and bustle of study, because that can't be my entire life, and I will burn out super easy and then fall off. of my goals if I don't implement something that I can pour back into myself. So for me, that's creating, getting back into YouTube, doing digital art. I started doing digital art last year and I really enjoyed it. So I do kind of want to get back into that. I fell off with it. Dancing, I used to be a dancer, and so I do want to get back into doing that, which is also a form of working out movement. You know, watching a good movie, a good show, or just spending time with my family and friends. I also, as far as self-care, want to start listening to podcasts. So if any of you guys have any good recommendations for a good podcast, definitely link it down below. But I do plan to listen to Final Frontiers podcast, which that kind of goes back into school mode. But they do, like, in Final Frontiers, something that I like, that they really try to instill just good mental health practices, and really try to just pour back into their audience. And so I do like that it's not all just hustle, that they do remember to just say very, very encouraging things and just like speak life over you. So I do like that. But for any other podcasts, if you have any recommendations, please link or just say them below. And then the last thing I want to do is build a strong relationship with God, which I probably should have started off with that. But anyway, I'm gonna build a strong relationship with God. So for me, that's doing my devotionals every morning, which I have started. I've been very good with doing that every morning. And I'm pretty good with doing it at the beginning of the year. Right now we're in a 21-day fast. So I have been doing the devotional that my pastor has made. I've been doing that, but then I also use the Bible app and I've been doing that one, so I can show you maybe somewhere over on this side which devotional I'm following. I think it's called Trusting God During like the Waiting Season or whatever, and really follows Joseph, and it's actually been really good for me. And I really enjoy it. So doing that, praying every morning, and then I need to find a Bible study. My church does do Bible study. It's just that they offer it on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And so far for each of my clinicals, I get off at 7. This one I get off between 7 and 8. So I just don't have time I'm not able to make it. So I would like to see if maybe I could find like a Bible study to follow. That way I can just learn more about the word. But yeah, those are like the big things that I would like to, those are the big goals. But just getting back into, I skipped one. My YouTube channel. So that's all the goals. But another thing for me is with this channel, I really want to get back into creating. I'm feeling actually very like inspired, which is good because this past year I haven't really felt inspired, which again is why I haven't put out anything. But I actually feel really inspired, and so I have recently been watching this YouTuber. Her name is Kylia Jackson, and she is a Christian content creator that talks about like organization and stuff like that. And she does like Plan With Me's, where she kind of does weekly recaps. And so I kind of want to do something similar. It's not going to be a Plan With Me video. Granted, I do want to do a Plan With Me video, but it's not going to be the same way. But I want to do a weekly recap to hold myself accountable, to talk about, my systems, to see like how they've been working, if I made a pivot during the week in order to stay on top of my goals, if I did my exercises. Also, like I said, I am like PT. Being a PT student is a part of my channel, but I am going to be in transition because I will be graduating in May. So, you know, I'm not going to be a PT student for much longer. I got 4 months left of being a PT student, which is crazy, but like, again, I'm excited. So I'm in transition, but for right now, with me still being a student and being in clinicals, I do want to give a recap. Lord, my words. I want to give a recap of the week, talking about clinical, because, you know, due to HIPAA, I'm not going to really be able to bring it in and show anything, but just kind of talk about, you know, how it went, because right now I'm in a neuro, well, it's an outpatient clinic where they have a mixture of like a bunch of different things, but me and my CI, her main patient population is neuro with a little bit of ortho. So, neuro is something that I'm interested in. So I feel like that's really interesting. And I feel like that'll be something cool to share. So I do want to do weekly recaps, and I feel like that will also keep me on top of my game, even though there may not even be, right now the channel is like 250 something subscribers. We may not have a lot, and you know, a lot of people may not be tuning in, but that's okay, because I'm going to continue to show up for myself. And that's really the big thing, is I am at a point in my life that I'm at my wit's end. I'm tired of having the idea, you know, to be better and then continue to fall back into old habits. Like, enough is enough. I'm tired of me. You know, I need to do better. So I will do better. And I plan to showcase that. And I think it'll be good for me to see just how far I come as I document this journey. And I would like for you all to take this journey with me. So yeah. So to wrap this whole thing up, this year is personal for me. For real. Like I just got finished saying, like, this year will be that year. This is the year that I will consistently execute and be disciplined. And everything that is for me, I will receive this year. I'm going to be the best version of myself in this new year. This is going to be an amazing year, and I feel it in my soul and I feel it in my spirit that for everybody, this year is going to be that breakthrough year. This is the year where we're coming for everything that is owed to us. This is the year that we pour into ourselves. This is the year that we achieve everything that we're supposed to be. This is going to be the most ridiculous year yet, okay? God is going to blow our minds, point blank, period, poop, okay? This is the year he's going to do all of that. So I hope that you come along with this journey with me. If you are like me, where you're ready to achieve everything, and you have never really held yourself so accountable, you know, maybe you're relying on other people to hold you accountable, but this is the year you hold yourself accountable. This is the year you're going to pour into you, and you are going to do everything that you need to do in order to be the best version of you. We're going to do this together. Okay? And so if you liked the content of this video, please make sure to like and share. Comment down below what your goals are and plans are for this upcoming year, so we can chit chat in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this content and want to continue to follow me on my journey, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you along. Again, I am Kristen. I'm a third-year DPT student who, you know, would like to start to incorporate more lifestyle content. It is through PT school that the weight gain happened, that, you know, mental health wasn't the very best. But we are getting all of that. We were reclaiming our time. We're reclaiming all of that back. Okay. And so I want to show this last little portion of me being a PT student and then eventually being a PT, a doctor of physical therapy, a licensed clinician, but also just a young woman in her higher end 20s. I'm gonna say 60s. Sometimes I'll be feeling that way. But as I am, like I was saying, as you know, just a woman in her late 20s, just trying to figure out this thing called life and continuing to just claim and receive everything that God has for me. So that's what we're doing this year. Thank you for watching. I love each and every one of you, and let's make this year that year. Love you guys. Bye.